Hi you guys, hi you guys, hi you guys. Welcome to my channel, She Abides. Welcome back. Welcome to new returners. I'm so excited to have you guys here watching my journey and watching my prophetic gift kind of get out there, and grow as far as my gift, and especially with sharing the message God may have for someone, myself is included. Even if it's one person or just me, that's cool. I'm gonna share it. I have recently regained my fire for God, and when I tell you, it's like when I was on fire for God about 10 years ago, I I did have prophetic gift, but I wasn't really using my voice for it. It was more like text, speak, use text like through Facebook or something like that. And throughout the years, even though my fire was gone, I feel like I was being refined to be able to use my voice. Okay, so we are going to talk about when God is moving slower than we hope today. There is prophetic message, maybe even a bit of devotional tone to it. I do like to write it down and then deliver it, because if I do not, I will get distracted as I'm delivering, and I will just go way off track, and I will mess it all the way up. Okay, so I kind of like to say it's my Moses. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And apparently, there's people may need some clarity out there today. Okay, you are not delayed, you are being developed. And the very thing you're frustrated about, the timing, the slowness, the God, when will it happen? That is the ground where God is secretly building the version of you that can actually hold the blessing you are praying for. So if you've been sitting there wondering, why is nothing moving? Why am I still waiting? Why hasn't it broken loose yet? Listen, because heaven has an answer for you today. The slow season is not a dead season. You think nothing is happening, but spiritually, it's louder than you realize. When God seems slow, it's because He's not working on the surface. He's working below, within, behind, and beyond your current view. A seed doesn't sprout just because you are staring at it, but roots are growing in the dark where nobody can see them. And you are in a root season, not a reward season. God is strengthening you, stabilizing you, purifying your motives, closing the doors that don't match your destiny, and maturing your spirit so that when He does open the next chapter, you don't sabotage it. Some of the things you've been asking God for requires you to be a different person by the time they arrive. Delay is often God's protection. Hear this prophetically. Some of the things you thought God was withholding, He was actually shielding you from. A relationship you thought you were ready for would have drained you emotionally. A job you wanted would have been on idle, not an assignment. An opportunity you begged for would have taken you out of alignment. Sometimes God slows you down because He sees a tax schedule that you don't see. He sees betrayals you haven't met yet. He sees collapse in the very places you wanted to run to. So He holds you, not to punish you, but to preserve you. You call it delay. God calls it divine interception. The timing of God matches the weight of your purpose. Heavy callings do not get rushed. You can microwave a snack, but you cannot microwave oil. And God is not raising you to be a snack. He's raising you to be anointed. That means some seasons will feel slow. Some prayers won't be answered instantly. Some doors will open later than you plan. Some dreams take you years to form, because oil takes time. If God gave you everything too fast, you would mishandle it. Your character would lag behind your blessing. Your maturity wouldn't match your platform. Your discernment wouldn't match your influence. God loves you too much to elevate you prematurely. He is not punishing you. He is preparing you. You are not falling behind. You are aligning. You aren't late. You aren't behind. You aren't missing your moment. You're aligning with God's moment. The enemy wants you to compare your pace to someone else's timeline, but listen, you don't know what they lost to move fast. You don't know what shortcuts they took. You don't know what wounds they haven't healed from. Your story is not meant to be rushed. It's meant to be orchestrated, and God is a better planner than you are. The waiting season is where your authority is born. Nobody becomes spiritually powerful during the breakthrough. Your authority is built in the waiting. When you keep showing up, even when you're tired. When you stay faithful, even when you want to quit. When you worship, even with unanswered prayers. When you obey, even when you don't understand. When you trust God, even in silence. This is where heaven says, that's someone I can elevate. Your waiting season is proving your endurance. Your endurance is producing your authority, and your authority is what will unlock your next level. Let me release this over you today. God is not late. He is lining things up. He is positioning the right people. He is removing the wrong ones. He is preparing the environment. He is maturing your spirit. And when He moves, it will be sudden, effortless, and undeniable. You are not stuck. You are staged. You are not delayed. You're being delivered into the exact time in heaven has written for you. And when your moment comes, it's going to make every slow season worth it. Stay faithful. Stay planted. Stay expected. The slowness is not your enemy. It is the midwife to your breakthrough. Ooh, baby. I love it. I love it. I felt that in my spirit, especially certain things were directly for me. And that's how I know when something's for me, is when I feel it in my spirit. I'm not really a teacher, so I don't want to feel like I'm teaching you guys something by saying that right there. But I guess I'm just sharing my experience on that. We'll just call it that. Uh, Maybe I'll get better at the little chit chat stuff. But I like to really just get into the message instead of a lot of the chit chats and stuff like that. Because why not go ahead and speak what God has to say instead of having to listen to me ramble on to what I have to say? I'm already talking too much. This is why I write it down. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. Bye.